final video for spring semester exam Algebra 2 review. So we're on number 34 here. We're adding two rational expressions, so we need to get a common denominator. So remember, you can multiply the denominators by each other. So this one gets multiplied by x, and this one gets multiplied by 9. But what you do to the denominator, you have to do to the numerator. So that's going to be 45 over 9x and 2x squared over 9x. And then we are adding these together. So now that you have a common denominator, you can add. So it's 2x squared plus 45, and you keep your common denominator. So when you're adding and subtracting rationals, you get a common denominator and then add or subtract those numerators. So that is this one here. In 35, we're dividing. So remember, keep, change, flip. So keep the first fraction as it is. Change the sign to multiply, and then flip the other fraction. So keep, change, flip, and then factor if you can. So up here, this trinomial, see if I can factor what multiplies to 15, negative 15. So we need a positive and a negative, but adds to 2. So that's going to be positive 5 and negative 3. Okay, the denominator, nothing to factor. Numerator, nothing to factor. And then this denominator will factor. It's a difference of squares. So x plus 3 and x minus 3. And then look for common factors in the numerator and denominator that you can eliminate so that x minus 3 can reduce. Also the 30 over 20, or excuse me, 30 over 15. 30 divided by 15 is simply 2. Okay, and so then it's just 2 over 1. You don't have to write the 1. So then I have the 2 and the x plus 5 over, and then the only thing left in the denominator is x plus 3. So that's what I'm left with, which I see here. Okay, so another subtraction, adding and subtracting them, we need a common denominator. So if you factor this denominator on the left, it's a difference of squares. It's going to be a plus 4, or excuse me, a plus 2, a minus 2. And the one on the right's already, there's nothing to factor. So this is what we've got. Now looking, they both have a plus 2 as a factor. So to get a common denominator, I just need to multiply this side by a minus 2 so that these will be the same. Now up here in the top, this minus 2 needs to be distributed. So I'm going to have the a, and then negative 2 times a would be minus 2a. Negative 2 times negative 2 would be positive 4. And then it's all over my new common denominator. Combine like terms up here. So that's going to be negative a plus 4. Now notice all of your answer choices, none of them have the denominator in factored form. So they just go back to the way it was originally written here, a squared minus 4. So we've got negative a plus 4 over a squared minus 4. Remember, if you want to know if something is equivalent, you can type in the way that it's originally written. You would have to use X's instead of A's in Desmos, and then type in this answer choice, and they should be the same graph. So since this only has one variable, that's an option of how to work backward from answer choices in Desmos. You could do the same thing up here. You could type this in, how it was given, and then type your answer choices in and see which one is the same graph. Okay, so recommend that if you're struggling with the algebraic process. So let's try that here for 37. Let me just show that to you. if you type this in,
We have a test today, y'all.
yeah, I'm finishing recording a video real quick. Y'all go ahead and come in and sit down there. So you type it in as it's given. And then you can type in the answer choices and see which one matches that. So if I type in the first answer choice, correctly, those are not the same. So it's not A. So then what if I change this? The 1 minus 2x. Still not the same. I can see a difference in the red and blue graphs. What if I change it to answer choice C? Plus minus 1 over x times 1 minus x. Not the same. So let's double check this last one. We've got 4x minus 1. And you can see now they look the same. If you turn this on and off, it's exactly the same. Okay, so that's how you can work backward from your answer choices if you prefer to do that. In this one, same thing with division. We'll do that one as division. So we've got 2x plus 3. Now, when you go to write division problems in Desmos, they're not going to show this division symbol. You have to actually write it as a fraction. So put this entire term in parentheses, divided by, and then you're going to have a fraction within your fraction. That's okay. So this is going to be x squared minus 4 over x plus 2. 1 second. Okay, those of you who've just come in, y'all go ahead. Y'all know the procedure. Phones in the numbered pockets, backpacks at the front, laptops and pencils only at the desk. Go ahead and do that while I finish this last little bit here. Okay, so you've got it. 2x plus 3 divided by that fraction. Oh, and this one actually is not asking for the solution. This one's asking just for the first step. My bad, I should have finished reading that. So if you're doing this algebraically, the first step is the keep, change, flip. So keep the first one exactly as it is. Okay, so just flip the first one, that's wrong. So keep, and then we change it from division to multiplication, which these both did. And then you flip. So keep, change, flip. So then this should be flipped there. That one was easier than I was thinking it. Now this one wants us to actually find in the lowest terms. So you could type this in over here in Desmos, or we could go ahead and simplify. I'll do one more for simplifying this. You're just going to factor everything. So factoring that numerator is going to be what multiplies to 20 but adds to negative 12 will be negative 10 and negative 2. You factoring this denominator. We want it to add to 20 and add to 12. So we want it to be positive 10 and positive 2. And then there's a GCF of 5 here. With x plus 2. And then there's no GCF in that one. But now you can eliminate common factors. So I see x plus 2 in the top and bottom. That's all I see. Yep, nothing else is going to reduce. So then I'm going to, hang on, I'm recording a video. So I'm left with 5, x minus 10, x minus 2. I've used multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. And then I've got the x plus 10 twice. And you can see it's written here twice. And you could also see it written like this, because it's the exact same thing twice. It could be written squared. But that's the ones. Okay, I'll stop this video here because my class is starting.
I know, so good.
And then I'll make one last
Space
one.
got the freaking
Last
five.